James is going to tell you to not just be committed to a certain profession, but to possessing a relationship with God. There's a difference between people who are committed to an idea and people who submit in love to God. Today, in this little section of James, you're going to find out this is the difference. Let me just give you a few things, though, about people who know about what Jesus has done, as opposed to people who trust in what Jesus has done and abide with that Jesus who has reconciled them to them and whose lives change. There are people committed to God, and then there are people submitted to God. I might say people committed to the God idea. People committed to the God idea partner with God when it's appropriate. People submitted to God say, God is boss. We don't work together. He's not my co-pilot. He is my pilot. The life which I now live, I don't live according to my consulting with him. It is in submissiveness to his love and revealing world. The people committed to God always focus on the end, but people who submit to God focus on the process and being faithful all the way through. People committed to God say, God's there to help me succeed. People who are submitted to God are people who say, no, success is defined only by my ability to be on God's agenda. So are you committed to the God idea? Do you think God is here to make you successful? Or are you gonna say, no, success for me is partnering with God? Committed people still have their identity in what they do. Submitted people have their identity completely in whose they are. It's hidden, their identity is hidden with God in Christ Jesus. I could go on and on all day on this. Committed people tend towards rules. Submitted people live in relationship. Committed people are gonna be like, I'm gonna do these things and this is gonna make me better, probably better than you. Submitted people go, no, I love God. And if it weren't for God's love for me, which is why I love him, I would not only not be better than you, it doesn't matter how good I try and become, I could never be good enough for God to love me. People submitted to God are the most humble people on the face of the earth. People committed to godly doing are prideful, arrogant, judgmental people. And look at others and go, how can they be like that? And don't really understand that the reason they're not is because the grace of God has been alive in their hearts. You know, people who are committed are around God when they need God. But people that submit to God abide, abide, abide,